Hey guys, welcome back to another 3D printing video, and what you're looking at is my Ender 3 Pro. So I've really enjoyed this machine and it's been awesome, and I've done quite a few little upgrades to it. Now, one of the problems with the Ender 3 and a lot of other printers that have this magnetic flexible bed is that you're not able to print higher temperatures for ABS and whatnot else that you want to try. So this kind of limits you to just being, a PLA mostly printer. But thankfully there is a solution for that, and today we're going to be looking at that solution, which is from Wham. So Wham is a company that builds flexible build plates, I guess, for printers. Their plates are designed to withstand temperatures for the bed, so you're not going to have, issues with your magnetic bed. They have many different sizes, so the size that I got is obviously for the Ender 3 here. Here we can kind of see what's available. And apparently, even though the Ender 3 is a 220, it's actually 235. You can see here that it's marked 235. So, all right, so let's crack this thing open and see what it looks like. All right, so it comes very well packaged. Even though my box was damaged, you can see it didn't get to the product itself. So it looks like they give you a little scrubber here. All right, so we finally got to the product, and these guys did a really good job packing this thing. 235 by 235. Let's see what's inside here. Wow, that's nice. Look how nice that build plate is. That's actually very reflective. So it appears to be a metal plate, and then there's a magnet piece underneath that. Actually, there's a couple more pieces. So we got a magnetic piece here that's actually quite thick. And this looks like another piece here that's a clear sticker, and on it it says Wham Bam PEX. I'm thinking maybe this is the part that you print on. I can't imagine you'd print on this. So I think what happens is this goes on the bottom first, and then this goes on top of that. But before that, the clear piece goes on here. That's probably how that works. So we do have a baggie here of some instructions, looks like 4 pieces of aluminum tape strips and some Wham Bam stickers. Very cool. They're actually different kind. It's more red, and this got some yellow with red. All right, so here we have the instructions. So the instructions are all written, and you have to know how to read. And most people obviously do know how to read. But what I'm saying is, without even looking at this, I would rather this would have been kind of like a picture of, hey, take this and put this on here, with some description underneath there. And then, like steps maybe of pictures. But it's okay, we can still read this and understand how to do it. All right, so before we can install our super cool Wham Bam build plate, we have to take off this old one. So the cool part is that I'll be able to reuse this because I do have an Ender 5 and it has the exact same mat. So I'm not at a total loss here. But this sticker here that I think we're gonna have to peel off, and this obviously we're probably going to lose. And this is obviously quite a small loss for the replacement that we're doing. Now, the reason you'd want to do this replacement is for obvious reasons of temperature, or even, you're just not happy with the magnetic build plate that's already on there because it is quite fragile, and it's got like a softness to it a bit. It's kind of like a mat. So if you jam your nozzle into this a few times, this gets ruined really quick. Or if you print a lot on this thing, it also, gets ruined pretty quick. The reason you're changing this is because, you want something more durable over time. So, and that's when the Wham Bam's coming in here to save the day for a good experience and long life. All right, so I'm just gonna keep pulling this. We're leaving a little bit of residue behind. We're gonna have to clean that up. So the stuff is coming off, but it's, definitely with some resistance. Not gonna be easy to just peel it off, but. All right, so it's finally off, and we're definitely not going to be able to reuse this. As you can see, it's all wrinkled up. So I'm going to try to use the mat here to pick up the little glue that's left behind. So I just kind of like work it like this, and that's actually working very well. It's taking off all the extra residue. All right, and that looks really clean. So if you didn't touch this with your greasy hands too much, and you just took the sticker off, it should be extremely clean. Alright, so I was reading the instructions. It says there that these little strips here are actually shims. So if your bed has like low spots, you could use these shims to fill in the low spots of the bed. So if your bed is quite dirty and you need to clean it, then you could use this little scrubber here, to get every little speck off. So, but because we took ours off and it's very clean right now, so I'm not gonna touch it anymore or put anything on it. So obviously we're just gonna leave it like it is. All right, so this should be as simple as going in layers here. So our first layer is going to be our Wham Bam magnetic layer. So, and I think all we got to do is just peel the sticker and then paste this guy on there. Shouldn't be hard, and it looks like it fits perfectly on here. So this is a 235, not a 220. Even though the printer says 220, I guess what it prints, but the bed itself is 235 on the Ender 3 here. So yeah, that looks very nice. So let's see. Let's peel the back here. Now we can see that this is a M3 adhesive here. I think it's even high temperature adhesive. This is why this magnetic pad here can handle the heat. And not just that, the magnets have to be designed to handle the heat also. So I'm not sure how they do that, but that's what they say. So we should be able to print anything we want with this Wham Bam system. All right, so the trick here is to line it up before you stick it all together. Make sure you're really good before you lay this thing down, because you don't want to lay this thing down crooked. Okay, so mine looks about perfect. Well, maybe not quite perfect, but close enough. There's nothing I can do about it now. So yeah, make sure you take a little bit, more time on that. So, but either way I do it, it's going to be close enough. Obviously, if you're just slightly a couple millimeters or millimeter off here and there, it's not a big deal. So yeah, that was quite simple. So the next part is the actual metal mat here, but I think all we got to do is just lay it on here. Oh wow, that's quite strong. So it sticks really good. And as you can see, guys, it looks super cool. Now, that's obviously not where you're going to be printing, because, if you were printing on that, you'd mess this up real quick. What you're going to be printed on is this top layer here. And the bottom part here, this metal part, is the flexible structure part of, this top layer. So one of the things I didn't realize, that I should not be touching this here with my fingerprints, because if I get this all nasty looking and I put this on top, all that nasty looking is going to be under there forever. So make sure this part is very clean. So I'm just going to go over it just a little bit here to get all the finer particles off. So now we can peel the sticker on the back of this PEX and apply it. And so obviously you don't want to touch under here or get any dirt or dust under here. So apply it as soon as possible. So hopefully you guys can see this without me blocking completely everything. So this part is definitely a little tricky. All right, so I got it on there, but I don't think I did that good of a job. Honestly, I wish they do these things from the factory. And I got bubbles under there. Great. I mean, it's nice to see this shiny metal, but if I'm not gonna get my top on correctly, it's not as attractive looking. So yeah, guys, looks like I messed up pretty well. So maybe I should have went from one corner and slowly, massaged it in. So yeah, that's one thing about, stickers like this, is that you're going to, have issues unless you're just good at this stuff. Like, I'm not good at this at all. In any case, it is what it is. Let's just roll with it, and I'm going to try to get these bubbles out, and then we'll look at it a little closer. So as I was trying to get all this bubbles out, I realized that there's another top layer on the top of this. It's like a little plastic. So here you can really see all the places I messed up at. So yeah, definitely take your time, guys. So if you're going to do this quick like I did it, you're going to mess it up and it's going to look like this. But yeah, it goes on there really good. And there's two tabs here where you can lift it. That's very convenient. So yeah, overall I would say it was pretty successful, except for sticking that top part on. Other than that, we're looking pretty good. So I'm gonna go over it a little more, massage it in really good, and then we're gonna set it up and print a few things on it. Evaluate it here with how it sticks to the top here, and also how easy it is to pop off, which technically should be quite easy, because it bends pretty good here. Definitely a nice, attractive looking bed, if I would have done this right. All right, let's power the machine on. So we're gonna choose to print something here, and that's gonna be a 3D Benchy. All right, guys, so we got everything set up to print, but before we can print, we need to level the bed, because since we have, new thickness here, obviously it's gonna be off a bit. All right, so the bed's warming up to 60, and then the nozzle to 200. All right, so let's give it a little purge. So it looks like we had yellow there before. So it appears to be really good off the bed. We'll see how good it is on the center. All right, looks perfect actually, or at least it appears to be good. It might be a little bit high, to be honest. I need to back it off just a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and let it print. I'm really curious to see how it's holding up to the bed there and how easily it'll pop off. All right, guys, so I totally messed up. So the Benchy didn't finish and I had to stop it. Thankfully I saw it right in time, but basically it broke loose from the plate, and the reason it did that was because, let's see if I can show you here. You can see that it wasn't close enough. It was pretty good, but it wasn't close enough, and so it warped and tore it off. And plus I forgot to do one of the most important parts, which is to clean off the bed with alcohol. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm actually gonna restart the same benchy here, and hopefully our next time around it'll finish like it's supposed to. All right guys, so the benchy is done and it looks really good. All right, so the plate should just lift up quite easily. And let's see how good this Wham Bam Flex is. So I'm gonna go ahead and flex it. And it's coming off. So here's the thing guys, I had to use glue, and the reason for that was because the first benchy fell off. Well, that was kind of my fault because I didn't clean it with alcohol before I printed. Plus it was a little far off the bed. And then the second time there was no excuse because it was very good against the bed, but it wasn't holding on that good. And so when I got to this part, knocked it off. So then I printed this third one, but I applied a little bit of glue right here. This time it stuck and it made it. So I'm not sure, you know, if I have to break it in a little bit or what, but it seems to stick okay, but it pops right off too easy. But adding just a tiny amount of glue, I mean, I barely put anything on there. Held it really good. I'm thinking maybe I need to clean it better with alcohol. Maybe that's, you know, what I didn't do so good yet. Maybe this thing is more greasy than I think, just naturally, and it needs to be soaked in really good. But overall, it performs very well. So, and as you can see, guys, it's quite flexible and works very well. But man, my installation of the top layer there is so terrible. You can see all these, I don't know what that white is, maybe air or something. But anyways, unfortunately I didn't take my time and, you know, do it right like I was supposed to. This is why I'm making this video, so you don't make the same mistakes. So if you see this, you know not to do this. So definitely start with the corner, or if not the corner, like one of the sides, and just go slow. I mean, massage it in there really cleanly, because you can see this corner right here is actually pretty good where I started, or at least that should be the plan. It all should look like this, then it would look really nice. But overall, not a big deal. And another thing that I realized is that if you wanted to, you could still use magnetic mat with this Wham Bam. I mean, it's not like a perfect fit or anything, but it sticks on there and it's not coming off. So if you wanted to, you could use it. So that's kind of cool. But overall, guys, I had to say that Wham Bam here has a really good product. So you can tell the material quality is top notch here. I feel kind of stupid, you know, with all this stuff here, and I think I've already said that a million times in this video, but kind of do things too quickly and then, you know, have these issues here. So don't be like me and do it right. So I'm pretty sure big prints would print very nice on here and would pop off obviously very easy with the flex that it has. So if you want to upgrade your bed to this magnetic flexible system, then I think this is one of the best options that you got. So if you're interested in the Wham Bam, I'm going to leave some links in the description, so check that out. This is not like a budget upgrade, but you know, if you want the best, you got to pay for the quality. So the quality is definitely there. But if you want reliability and long life, like let's say you print like crazy, I think this thing here would definitely be the trick for you. Alright guys, well hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then hit that like button. And if you want to click the dislike button, then I wouldn't blame you. In any case, if you want to see more videos like this, I have already a lot of videos of a lot of different kind of 3D printers. And I do have quite a few videos on this Ender 3 Pro. So check those out. And more 3D printing unboxing videos coming soon. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.